Good morning, everybody. Welcome in, welcome back. I am Lisa, and this is North Star Energy Healing. I am working my way around the zodiac, and we are up to Taurus now. Taurus, the bull, the Hierophant is the card that represents you, Taurus, in the tarot deck. April 20th to May 20th. Tauruses are an earth sign, and they like stability. My mom was a Taurus, and she definitely liked stability. I think that she sacrificed sometimes her own happiness so that she could have a stable life. That's sad to me. Oh. I had a lot of struggles with my mom when she was alive. So hopefully if you all have a mom that you don't exactly see eye to eye with, you're able to resolve those before she is in spirit. Today is Thursday, November 30th, last day of November 2023. My readings are timeless, so whenever you come across this, if you're drawn to the title, whatever it may end up being, then there is a message here for you. I got a comment from somebody in France yesterday. I was thrilled. I was so excited, so happy. I now have 20 subscribers, so thank you all for subscribing. My goal by the end of the year, in another month, by the end of December, is to have 25. So we take all of those little victories as they come, right? Nobody starts off. I'm hearing an oak tree starts off as an acorn. So that little tiny acorn turns into a big, giant, strong oak. Okay, so I've just drawn what's around the corner for you, Tauruses, and now we will draw the cards for the main reading, Jeepers Creepers. Got one coming out already. Okay, Spirit. I've got my father's energy with me, and your card is out, Taurus, Hierophant, with this. This is a mug from Ireland that he brought back for me years and years and years ago. My father is in spirit. Both my parents are. And all of my grandparents. My father and I was born on my father's birthday, December 21st. Quite exciting. I also have a cousin who was born on the 21st. I went to school with a couple people who were born on the 21st. Winter solstice is a popular day for births. Top row, King of Pentacles, the Hierophant, Seven of Cups. Okay. They flipped them over. Was there one that stayed? No. Yep. The Devil. So, Capricorn energy there with the Devil. We'll see what it means when we get the rest of the cards laid out here. I would love to hear from you, love to know where you're watching from, what's the weather like. It's chilly here. We had a little problem with our wood stove yesterday. It has an elbow up above it. The wood stove was in the basement, and it got lots of creosote, even though I'm really careful. We are, and we use the stuff that gets rid of that, but somehow it got stuck in there, and it just would not heat up like yesterday. So my husband, my wonderful Leo Libra rising husband, went down there this morning and cleaned that out, and we got quite a shovel full of creosote out of the elbow, thank goodness. We have a wood stove that will stay burning for about 7 to 8 hours. So usually before I go to work, I load it up. And then I'm home about, 5 hours later, and it still has a good bed of coal. So that definitely helps us with our heating bills. Anyway, I don't know why sorry. That stuff was just on my mind, I guess. Okay. I'm hearing there's another card. Okay. Nope. Okay, 2 cards. Do the Tauruses need 3 rows, Spirit? Because, hold on, let me tune in. Do I need another card? Nope, it's saying they'll clarify. Okay. All right, so top row. King of Pentacles. This is a masculine energy. This pentacles are your material things, your job, the things that you create. This king has created a lot, has worked very hard, has mastered everything in his material world, and he's ready to rest up. He's ready to put his scepter down for a while. This is the Hierophant. This is all wisdom, all knowledge. This is your card. This represents you, Taurus. And then we have the 7 of Cups. 7's a reflection on what you've done and what you've created. Cups are emotional. Okay, so that kind of makes sense here, right? You've got a king who has, if this could be you or this could be your partner or a male energy in your life, this king, and he's ready to take a rest. The Hierophant is all wisdom and knowledge is at your fingertips, and the 7 of Cups is reflecting on some things that you've done or created. So Taurus, it looks like you need to rest up and reflect, okay? This time of year is a good time to do that. We all want to think about how do we want 2024 to be, or the next year, or the next month, whenever you find this reading. If you find this reading in February, this means what is March going to be like for you. But right now, we're almost into December. So if you're looking at this right now, looking at next year, reflect on what you've created and what you've done in 2023 and how do you want 2024 to be. Okay. Second row, we have the Devil. This is Capricorn energy. Some of you may have a Capricorn in your life, but it also can be your fears or doing things to excess, excessively eating, excessively watching videos, overworking, working overtime, having some unbalance there in your life. And then we have the 9 of Pentacles. This is a beautiful feminine energy. So you have the King of Pentacles with all you've created. You have that's the male of this. You have the female 9 of Pentacles with all the beauty that she has created. She is beautiful. Her gown is beautiful. She's got flowers. She has the greenery, the beautiful gazebo. She also has the hawk or the falcon there, which is a message from spirit. There could be a feminine energy in spirit that is trying to give you a message. I'm hearing this person in spirit was always well put together. She had her makeup on. She always dressed nice. She always wanted to present herself very nicely to the public. She could be trying to bring you a message from spirit. That could be one. Or she could just be you. Maybe you are that person who is who likes to present yourself in a very well put together way. And then we have the 3 of Swords. Swords are communication, contracts, talking, discussions, and this is a little bit of heartache here, I'm hearing, okay? So maybe there could be a Capricorn in your life who's going to bring you a little bit of heartache. You could be getting a message from spirit, I'm hearing, from this female energy who's trying to console you or make you feel like everything's going to be okay. And everything is going to be okay. We all have heartaches that we need to deal with. Maybe this heartache is this person in spirit. Maybe this was a Capricorn female in spirit and you are having heartache because she's not in the physical plane, I'm hearing. And then the 2 cards that came out, like the bonuses, Tower moment. This is something that rocks your belief system and changes something forever. And then you have Justice. This is a Libra card. Some of you could have Libra in your lives. Libra could be your rising sign. Capricorn could be your rising sign, right? So this could also be that. She is blindfolded and she is holding the scales. So literally this is, how have I done things up till now and how do I want to do them in the future? Your past creates your present creates your future, right? So that's not surprising because you also have the 7 of Cups, which is reflection. So 7 of Cups, reflecting on things that you've done and how will you do them going forward. Okay? All right, so let's recap the main reading. King of Pentacles, you've created a lot. You're ready to take a rest. Think about the wisdom, the knowledge that's accessible to you, or this is you. Reflect on all of those things. Second row, Devil energy, doing things to excess, or your fears. Maybe you're afraid you're going to lose this person. Yeah, I'm hearing that message as well. You could be afraid that you're going to lose this person. Another message coming through, because Capricorns do things, because the devil means doing things in excess. You're excessively trying to create an outward appearance so people don't see what's underneath. Wow, thank you, Spirit. Wow, getting that really strongly. Really strongly. Oh my goodness. Okay, inside you have a broken heart. You don't want people to see that side of you, so you are just creating this outward appearance of, oh, my home is beautiful, my clothing is beautiful, my makeup and my hair are beautiful. But inside, you have turmoil. Inside, there's something inside of you that you don't want others to see. I'm hearing hard trauma. Hard trauma. So excessively, and this isn't going to be for everybody, right? This isn't going to be for everybody, because when I do a general reading, there are multiple people watching who are Tauruses, and there's got to be messages for a lot of you. But I'm getting really strong, like I am actually feeling heavy. I'm feeling like I have an upset stomach over whatever this is. So some of you, it's excessively creating something you want to show to the public when in the inside you're heartbroken. Okay, let me see what else. But there is somebody, a female in spirit for some of you, that's trying to get a message through to console you about this. Okay, so let's keep that in mind. All right, bottom row was a Tower moment and justice. So these two together, something is going to happen that may literally bring justice for you or to you, okay? So some Tower moment, something that's going to rock your belief system. It could be getting laid off from a job. It could be losing a loved one, I'm hearing. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be... I have to give you the messages that Spirit is giving me. But that is going to balance things out, I'm hearing. Whatever this Tower moment is, you're going to get some balance from it. Okay, Spirit said they would clarify those 2 cards at the end. So I have my little mini clarifying deck that is the exact same deck. Look what's on the bottom. Holy crap. Okay. Holy crap. I don't usually do that. Okay, that's a double heartache message. I'm sorry, Taurus. But, we go through things that maybe break our hearts, but we move forward and something new opens up. I'm going to give you an example right now, so you're going to find out a little bit about me. I'm going to tell you because if it helps any of you, then I want it to help you. I don't talk about this a lot, but I've been married more than once. I got married when I was a teenager, when I had my daughter. 25 years later, I remarried my daughter's father. When we were married the first time, we were both young, and he was not ready to be committed. So I went through lots of heartache and heartbreak about that he was my first love and my first everything. 25 years later, I married him again, and I tried to be really forward and honest with him about it and said, I couldn't go through another breakup. I had always wondered through all the years, did he really love me? Why wasn't he happy? Because you don't forget your first love, right? So I married him. A year later, he told me that he didn't love me then and never had loved me. I had sold my home, moved myself and my son there, and then I was faced with, oh my God, like the rug was ripped out from under me, and I was very depressed and very heartbroken. Out of that, I had to get a job. I had to support my son. I got a part-time job at a horse rescue farm, and I met my current husband, Jeff, there. Now, if I had never left where I was and done all of that, I would never have met Jeff, which he is my true partner in life. I don't know if you believe in soulmates. We finish each other's sentences. We know what each other is thinking. We rarely fight. We argue, maybe disagree. I don't think we've ever had a knockdown, drag out. If we have, it's been few and far between, and we've been together for 13 and a half years. We just celebrated our 12th wedding anniversary. So at the time, I could not see how having to get divorced from this man again was good for me or would help me in any way, shape, or form. But a couple of years after that, I thought, oh my goodness, if I had never gone through that, I wouldn't have met Jeff. So now you know a little bit about me, but that's how sometimes when we don't see what's happening and we're angry, depressed, and upset about it, we just don't see what's going to come out of it. So I'm just giving you that example because I want to give you hope. I want you to know that even when we go through heartache and heartbreak, the universe has a plan. God has a plan. Ra, Buddha, whoever you worship, whoever you connect with as source for you, there is a plan. And nobody who has our plan, our guides, our ancestors, nobody on the other side who's pulling for us wants us to live a life of misery. So sometimes, as that Wheel of Fortune tells us, sometimes it's the way that we react and deal with some heartache or something that comes into our lives that makes all the difference, right? And I'm honestly, I will tell you that after that breakup, I didn't meet Jeff right away. For 6 months, I was completely depressed. 6 months was like a dark night of the soul for me. And it was very difficult. But now, my life is so different, and I just never, even if I had stayed where I was, it wouldn't be like it is now. Okay, I hope I've given you not TMI, but something to think about. Okay, so we asked Spirit to clarify the Tower moment and the Justice card, and here's what we got. The Six of Swords. Okay, sixes are harmony. Swords are communication. I'm also hearing truth, even though there's not one sword in there. Truth, be honest with yourself. So she's crossing a lake or a river or what have you, and she's got all of her swords there, but you can't take all your baggage with you. You have to leave some things in order to make a new start. Okay, that's that. And then we have another six, the Six of Cups. As I said, sixes are harmony, cups are emotion. So you have two sixes, okay? This six card here is you're living in the past. You're remembering how things were, and you want it to be that way again. You want it to stay that way. But you cannot have a new beginning when you're trying to bring all the baggage, all the memories, all of the regrets, everything with you, okay? And then Judgment. You're being called to do something. Will you answer the call? And I believe for you, this is some sort of new beginning. Even though we don't have aces here, okay? This Tower moment is going to change something that you believe. It will be changed forever. When that change happens, things will balance out, okay? But you're going to have to leave something behind and decide what you're going to take forward, including nostalgia and memories and wishing it was the way it was. I can't believe how the story that I just told you, of course, when I remarried him, I was in this. I was like, oh, it's going to be, I was in the romantic, it's going to be like it was before. He really loves me. Oh my gosh. I've waited all these 25 years and now I'm going to have this magical marriage with my first love. Yeah, I was caught in that and probably wasn't looking at any of the red flags. So you're going to be called to do something that is going to be different, right? Different because of the Tower and because of the the justice, the balance, the scales, okay? So don't try to take all your baggage on this new journey. Don't try to wish, and dwell on how things used to be. Answer the call to move forward, right? You have this double heartache, so I know some of you Tauruses are having a hard time with something. I understand. I feel it. I feel the weight of it. Okay, what's around the corner? Not surprisingly, Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords. This guy is lying under the swords of this hard communication thing that he has gotten through. He is not dead. He is resting. Some of the decks portray swords in somebody. Not here. Not this deck. So there has been some communication for you Tauruses. And I'm feeling almost like this is going forward from this row. There's several messages here, right? We almost have 3 separate messages. But I feel like this Ten of Swords is going off of this Tower moment, balance, leaving things behind, new calling. You're going to get through it. You will be okay. Whatever this communication, words, wordy conflict, contracts, a reading of a will, I'm hearing something, you will get through it. The next card is strength. You have the strength, okay? You have the strength to get through it. Now, in this deck, this card does represent Leo. You have a lot of different people here. You've got you, Taurus, you've got Capricorn, you've got Libra, and you've got Leo, okay? But this card also is reining in your strength, knowing how to control your strength. In other words, if you're angry about something, like this heartache or whatever this Tower moment is, if you go in and just blast somebody with anger, that is not controlling your strength or using it wisely, I'm hearing. Wisdom is in knowing when not to say something, right? And the Hierophant is wisdom, right? You know there are things that should just be left unsaid. Things, I'm seeing this. Okay, so there's something, yes, you could argue about it, but instead you could just, okay, I'm done. I'm releasing it. Release, okay? Wow, thank you, Spirit. Then, the Magician, all things are possible for you, right? Okay. So, let's recap, right? Top row. Knight of Pentacles. I'm sorry, Knight. Why did I say that? King of Pentacles. Created lots of material things, art, beauty, home, car, beautiful job. Needs to take a rest or a vacation. Use your wisdom to reflect, right? Use your wisdom, you, the Hierophant, to reflect on the emotional things that you've created and the material things that you've created. Take a rest, set things down, reflect, and see how you want to move forward. Second row, Capricorn or doing things to excess. 9 of Pentacles, that female there that could be in spirit. Or you could be that female who's excessively trying to show outwardly that you are perfect, I'm hearing. Heartache. This is a double message of heartache, right? You can pull those swords out. Heartache, this is from some sort of communication, argument, conflict, wordy conflict, some sort of contract. This could also be the reading of a will. I keep hearing that. I don't know why. And it's going to cause you some heartache. Okay? And then you have the Tower moment, which we've already talked about this quite a bit. Something's going to change abruptly. You're going to, a message or something is going to happen that's going to change. You're going to need to, it's going to balance things out, or you're going to need to balance them out. Justice could also be court, a will, something like that. And then the clarifying cards, remember, you can't take everything with you. Emotions, experiences. You can't live in the past. You have to answer the judgment call to action and move on. You will get through this. You will survive. You will know what to say and what not to say, is what I'm hearing. You will know what to say and what not to say. It will take strength. Then do this. Release. Okay? Then you will move on. Magician, all possibilities. All possibilities goes with all three of these, I'm hearing. So when you rest and reflect here, all things are possible to move on. When you stop doing things to excess, or when you get a message from this woman in spirit or this Capricorn, you will get through this heartache because all things are possible. When you get through this Tower moment, this Libra scales of justice, leave what you don't need, answer, move on. Everything will be okay. Wow, this is coming through so strong that I can't even hardly take a breath because it's because it's just like boom, 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 boom. Spirit is like pressing these messages on me. Okay, let's get a Sacred Forest Oracle from the Denise Lynn deck for my Tauruses, please. And, just remember how we react to situations has a lot to do with how we can move forward, right? Anger, guilt, hate, arguments does not move us forward. Sometimes we just have to take a moment, meditate, call on that good friend, journal it, write it down. I've done that. I have so many journals when I was angry or upset or emotional, and I would just write, and then I would feel better. Wow, you can't make this stuff up. Wisdom, owl. Look at that. Beautiful. This is a 27, which is a 9, which is accomplishment, getting to completion. You have the 9 of Pentacles here as well. And let me see. Yeah. Okay. Owl Spirit, Wisdom. This card is so gorgeous. All right, let me get to the page. $27, Owl Spirit. Oh, how can I hold this up? Abounding insight, profound majesty, and grace are available to you now, simply by pulling your awareness inward, like the Hierophant, inward. Ancient wisdom is emerging. You know the truth. Trust your intuition and perceptions right now. You are a truth seeker and a truth sharer. The excellent sight of an owl in the darkness corresponds with your ability to perceive the reality of a situation, even in the murkiest of conditions. When this card chooses you, you are at the advent of a time of profound illumination and transformation. Yes, we did get those messages. The owl sits at the shoulder of Athena and Merlin, revealing sacred truths. In some native cultures, the owl is called the night eagle, for it has the majesty of the eagle, but works silently in the darkness of night. This card can also mean that it's time to embrace your dark side as well as your light. Through doing so, you will be in balance. Balance, justice, Hierophant, wisdom. Strength and wisdom to know when and what to say and when to keep your mouth closed, I'm hearing. Trust in your ability to see the deepest truth in situations and in people. Wisdom is growing within you in mysterious ways, beyond your awareness. This is a good time to sign up for inspirational courses. Messages from Spirit are all around you. Look for them and trust what you feel. Remember, I had said Spirit message here with this. Wow, that's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, let me see. What else do we want to get a card from? Okay, this is a deck I rarely use. but I'm being called to use it now, so I will. This is an old gypsy deck. This is the same artist from this, Ciro Marchetti, the Gilded Reverie Lenormand deck. Okay. This, I definitely have to read the messages because I do not have it memorized. It would take quite a while to memorize this whole deck. I know there are some readers on YouTube, someone that I follow, she knows these by heart. I don't. But I love this artist, so I bought this. Okay. What do you have for my Tauruses from this deck, please? What's the message for my Tauruses from this deck, please? We've had quite a heavy bunch of messages so far. Number 17, that's 8. That's mastery. I'll show it to you in just a minute. Let me get the page. Oh boy, 17, stork. What could this mean? It came flying right out of the deck. It's hard for me to read this. Oh my gosh. The stork is a predictable creature, even though it is fabled to bring change, for example, with the delivery of a child. In reality, it returns home like clockwork to the same nest every year. The stork is a very favored creature and is looked upon with affection. Its return to the nest at springtime is the reason for the association with birth and delivery, which is very much its meaning in the Lenormand system. The stork and the rider, well, that's a different card, will bring news for sure, particularly combined with, this is saying if it's combined with other cards, but we don't have another card, so let's see. The image conjured by the reverie here depicts a pair of storks at home in their nests with the blazing sun breaking through the clouds. They are looking up towards the life-giving sun, one of the other cards in the deck. The process of birth and life and then death brings inevitable change. Depending on the cards around the stork, it is a lifestyle change. For example, combined with the house. Okay, we don't need those combinations. So basically, the stork represents somebody who returns to the nest every year, same nest, returning home. It also symbolizes birth, life, and death. And we did talk about, and it also symbolizes change, So we did talk about something needed to change, right? Not being in nostalgia. We talked about heartache and possible death. We did talk about that. Physical death. Death is not a real thing. I mean, we leave our physical bodies, but our consciousness and our spirit never dies. Okay, Taurus. Well, I hope that this has helped you in some way. Please like, share, comment. Let me know your thoughts, how this affected you. There's quite a lot to unpack here. So I hope you do get a message from it. My intention is always to help and to maybe guide you to what you may not see coming, but how to deal with things. I truly hope this is helpful to you. Okay, thank you again for tuning in. I appreciate it. And as always, peace and kindness every single day. I love you all.